कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative. When we think of electric cars, the first thing that comes to mind is definitely range anxiety. I mean, there's no point planning a road trip if you can barely get out of Mumbai without having to stop to recharge the batteries. With the new Volvo XC40 Recharge, range anxiety is now a thing of the past. With an estimated range of over 400 kilometers, now you can drive without having to worry about stopping to recharge often, and with the growing number of charging stations, even undertake interstate journeys. The battery itself is the XC40 Recharge, and it comes with an amazing 8 years warranty. I wish my marriage had that. So head on over to the nearest Volvo showroom and book a test drive of the award-winning XC40 Recharge now. I can tell you for sure, it's going to blow your mind. I have to apologize. We're slightly late. The reason for that is, again, not my fault. I was here at 5:47 in position. I even changed my shirt in between those two, that promo that I did. I changed the shirt and got to this shirt. You didn't even know. I was like a young Hema Malini. I just went from one verse to the other verse in different saris and nobody could tell. Just remember that. But the reason for us being late is not my fault, and it's not the fault of our young comedian Masoom. It's the fault of Meghnad. Meghnad is playing around with light somewhere in a distant studio. He was, yeah, there. He is now. He goes from Darth Vader to Luke Skywalker, and it happened in the show, so I'll be proved right in any case. So just to get that off my chest, but I want to just mention
Darth
quickly.
Vader.
Oh yes, I could see the change in light right now.
And
See,
Luke Skywalker. See, yes,
he's gone.
Magic.
He's gone. Masoom has gone from investigative journalist and man of sincere qualities to one of these Bollywood Lokanwala model types. I'm really worried. Fame has hit him. Fame has hit him and taken over his very
He
fabric.
lost all his ethics.
He's lost it all. He's just a wannabe model. Just another bloody Arjun Rampal in 5'3" of Arjun Rampal.
South Bombay has deeply influenced me, Cyrus. A, it is making me more ignorant.
We are even more shallow. We are more shallow
petty
than the Lokanwala model. The Lokanwala model still has something going for him, and he's trying really hard. He's doing stupid stuff in his life, but he's trying really hard. In South Bombay, there's a whole group of people who don't do anything. We don't understand what koshish is. There's no trying. There's no trying whatsoever. Can I just mention the sponsors? Because one of them has the last week with us. We have to give a farewell party also after that. And that's the XC40 itself, the Volvo XC40 Recharge. Of course, please go and buy it the moment the show ends. It's not very expensive. If you're from South Mumbai, Lokanwala, wait a little longer. And also heads up for tails, which brings me to my rant, which has nothing to do with anything. But I just want to... Masoom, you're a dog lover?
Yes.
There you go. That was an awkward yes, but thanks for staying in the fight. It's important. It's a bit like when you're asked if you're a communist in the early days in Bengal, and you just say yes so they don't hurt you. That's fine.
In general, I'm like, I like all animals. I was just thinking.
So I didn't mean it that way. You're an animal lover, out of which there is also dogs. So I just want to talk about this dog thing which is going on. In the last month or so, it started in Kerala and it went all over. Delhi's had a bit. And, it's just a little scary about all this sort of crazy madness towards aggressive dogs that people have come up with. Okay, one or two incidents here and there, and then you suddenly have everybody saying remove your pet, getting insecure about having their pets and putting their pets. I mean, the way they just leave them on roadsides in our part of the world, to bring South Bombay back into it, but they leave them in Oval Maidan or hanging gardens because everybody feels if they keep the dog, they just leave the dog in a big garden area, their karma will be okay. The dog will survive. That is not their problem. It's a bit like how we take the dustbin, the garbage from the house, and you just throw it anywhere, and then it's no longer your problem. But you've done your bit to keep the house clean. So it's a bit like that. But it's just ridiculous, the lack of empathy for the... I mean, it's your dog. Okay? And firstly, we have each and every... Yeah.
I have a similar rant about people and their treatment about dogs. So my dog, Aloo, so she is a very feisty little thing. Okay? So she has triggered all the other dogs around in the area, the strays. So at night, each of them take turns to trigger her back. So she comes and then there's this flurry of activity and she keeps barking for 15 minutes. Then she goes away. Then another dog comes and triggers her and does this. Now I have a neighbor who is apparently studying in IIT, so important things. And he's been complaining that your dog barks too much. And I'm like, boss, wo dog hai. Like, I mean, bark to karega. I mean, like, what am I supposed to do? So now we have to lock her in, poor thing, at night because friend from IIT is complaining. I'm lost. I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
see,
she's like galloping
I
around in the balcony.
I try to find compromises everywhere first before I lose my mind and attack people who hate animals. So you try and distract the
I
dog a
was
little
just going
bit.
to ask, what's
Yeah.
the
I
middle
did.
ground over here?
Now, like
Look,
Meghna,
she
if you walk
starts
around
barking
naked,
at.
your dog will go like, "Oh my God, what's that?" And then the bark will leave for some time. Just a suggestion. I don't know what you look like naked. I would love to find out what on a Tuesday evening in IVM banter, you know, but that aside. But no, but I know what you're saying. So the people they just first he's frustrated, he's studying. So the distraction is
Yeah.
something that he's clinging to because he's not focused enough. Now, if you remember your Shaolin or your Bruce Lee, once you're focused, there is no distraction because the only enemy for you is you, right? But they don't
Yeah.
understand Shaolin. Nobody understands Shaolin anymore. Yeah, I'm
I know
wasting my
it's his
time to
fault.
explain it.
Yeah,
What
it's
I'm
not.
saying,
It's not
may
Alu's
sound like
fault.
an idiot talking, and that's completely correct, but it's also correct. The point of what I'm trying to make, which is that when we were studying, what happened? The guys would play cricket down when I was growing up because Saturday, whoever's not studying was playing cricket, and that would drive me nuts. But that's because I'm not really invested in the friggin' studies.
Yeah.
If you're a girl at home and they were playing cricket, you don't get that distracted. For some
Also,
reason, you don't go
whoever's
like,
playing cricket never gets distracted because they are
no,
so
no.
focused. I've never seen that person be,
There
oh
you
fuck,
go.
koi chal ke ja raha hai. That has never
Exactly.
happened.
And
Yeah.
there's a car banging into an old lady and nobody goes to help her,
Yes,
nothing. It's like,
yes.
Rahul, pakadna banker. It's like that. Totally different. Where to where we've gone. But just coming back to that, because they put these videos online and it's like racism. You can create very quickly, you can just create an angle, a perspective which is colored and make a narrative which is your own, and then people just believe it. Okay, so let's just hope that people understand that this is just you're connected to your dog. Look after your dog. You want to get rid of your son or daughter, that's between you. I don't care. But just
But there
once
is
you contract, you honor the contract with the dog. Yeah,
very
sorry.
specific dog racism also, by the way. So
But
Alu
that's
is
another
a
story.
indie.
Yeah,
We
Right.
adopted her from the streets, right? And
yeah,
then there are breed dogs. So
yeah.
nobody complains about breed dogs. They only see like this indie poor thing, like looking like a
The
mangy dog
excuse for
living
breeds
here.
is ये यहाँ के है ही नहीं. ये माउंटेन के
Yeah.
हैं तो ये
Uh,
घर में थोड़ा अजीब फील
No, it's
करेंगे.
pure
They'll always,
racism. It it
yeah.
happens all the time. You're with your breed dog, and somebody will come and push away the stray dog, almost like,
yeah.
"नहीं wo idhar aa gaya," or like that. He's not allowed. Like this is South Africa in the old days, so let's just keep everyone apart. It's ridiculous. Comedians also, isn't that Masoom? You were telling me, like Puneet Panya and those kind of guys. They don't like you guys to come on stage with them, and
Wow,
oh
wow.
shit, I
What a way
wasn't
to
supposed to
throw me
mention.
under the bus.
Oh, oh, nah. I was with Puneet all morning. He spent 45 minutes getting into an outfit, a kurta. It was, going back to his
Really?
MBA
Puneet
days, it was
takes
like
a
ragging.
while to
Huh?
dress up. He
No,
takes a
it's
while
just
to.
that in our studio, we have Mohit Mahale, 115 kilos, Kunal Vijayakar, who was 107 at the beginning of the year and now is 89, and Gopal Dutt, who's with his success getting fatter every month. So what's happening is the clothes are one size for these people. And Puneet has lost a lot of weight actually. So we were trying to
Yes.
find something that fits him. What's wrong with you bloody comedians? Can't you stay in one weight category? Every month
I,
that people change their
It's all
size.
the lack of money.
Not with
It's
Puneet
but,
the
Panya.
but
big.
that should just make you like thin, right? Like lack of money is direct
Yeah,
result is. No,
yeah.
actually, no. Lack of money also means you consume more fast food, so it can
There
be
are,
the other
I
way
have
around.
seen enough beggars, Meghnad, on the road who with big stomachs. And when they ask for money,
Ah.
I'm appalled. I'm like, boss, no, you run now. Just go up and down Nariman Point. That's what you do.
Oh God.
Haven't you seen the distended bellies and all that? It's disgusting, yeah. Really,
Uh,
it's appalling that you're a
Dude,
bhikhari
I
and
saw a homeless
this is your
person
act.
with colored hair, with blonde hair,
There you go. Yeah, but
with
that you can
colored
get from the
hair.
sea also. If there's peroxide and all in the water, it's possible to get colored hair. Like you get it in the swimming pools. If he's a member of a club, for example, definitely would have got it.
No, they were proper highlights. जैसा सिर्फ आगे का part हुआ था. I'm sure.
Wow.
Yes,
He's doing
yes, yes.
great. Parents must
And
be so
on Hill
proud.
Road.
Yaar, mera beta. And Nariman
so
Point.
basically, the point is that Puneet will soon have abs.
Puneet will have abs, but in the meantime, Saju has made a comment which we should not ignore. I stay in the Netherlands and can hardly hear dogs bark and also hardly hear babies cry. Saju, let me tell you, if we had a choice, all three of us will stay in the bloody Netherlands. Do we have
For
a
sure.
choice? Yeah, what the hell? What's that point?
So I
Really?
have a few announcements for the show,
Okay.
for our
Oh, are you the
listeners
anchor?
and viewers. I am
Are
the
you the
co-host today.
Masum in your
Yes,
face, rejected again?
yes,
Twice in two
Oh
shows,
my
you're
God.
not the anchor. And by the
because
way,
of his
the
internet.
Nexu, before you start, just mention
Yeah.
ki offline, not offline, very much online, but we didn't put it on the chat. About 30 people have already discussed कि मासूम time पे आएगा, कब आएगा,
हाँ.
क्या rate है,
हाँ.
and what is the bet for and against. So
I
Yeah.
already
am
a legend,
sure
a
all of
legacy.
these are made things up.
No, no,
To
no,
be fair,
bro.
no. In the first few chats,
I
everybody
swear.
was like betting कि मासूम time पे आएगा या नहीं
Rishi,
आएगा.
Rishi, दिखाना एक दो.
So,
I swear, bro.
हाँ.
I swear. I
I
mean,
would
this is
honestly love to.
Will Masoom be
will
able to make it on time? Who is waging bets?
Wow.
Jinesh.
Yeah.
Vinay. 3 to 1, he will
Three
be
is
there
to
on
one.
time
He'll
straight
be
away.
there on
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Yeah. And you were, to be fair, your internet is not on time. क्या
yeah,
करेंगे?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 I
So it
was
doesn't
It's
matter
really
whether you come
hoping.
here or you do it from home. You suck.
Yeah.
But as co-host duties demand, मुझे कुछ announcements करने हैं. So
हाँ.
this, what you're watching and what you're listening to, is the last evening edition of Cyrus Says. Now all
वो
Cyrus Says
फिर
is
नहीं
are going to be in the
आते.
morning.
किशोर नोटा. वो फिर नहीं आते.
वो
Thanks.
फिर नहीं
Keep going,
आते.
keep going. हाँ.
So now Thursdays will have guest episodes which will be streamed at 12 p.m. And
12,
Monday
12
to
p.m.
Wednesday.
Wait, hey, should I be told? Why 12 p.m.?
अरे तो
What
वो
about
पहले रिकॉर्ड करके फिर स्ट्रीम करेंगे ना, तुम्हें क्या
12 बजे
फर्क
कौन
पड़ रहा
करता है
है?
भाई? 12 बजे
अरे
वर्किंग टाइम फॉर मुंबई.
ओके, तो स्पर्श को बोलना, मुझे मत बोल, मुझे अनाउंसमेंट करना है.
कान से पकड़ के पूछो ना एक बार.
I like how this
Why
is being
Then
12?
Monday
discussed
to
on the
Wednesday.
stream.
But why
Yeah,
12?
why not?
What's the idea behind 12? You're not telling me that.
I have no idea. Sparsh is the one who decides these things.
Wow,
As I
Meghnad,
said, he is the boss.
wow, you sound exactly like Eknath Shinde now. Really, you
Oh.
just say, "Ab to mera haath mein nahi hai." You talk to Mr. Fadnavis, he's there. Just let him take care of the situation. That's
कुछ तो
amazing.
लॉजिक होगा, कुछ तो
Yeah,
लॉजिक
yeah.
होगा, कुछ तो
I live in
लॉजिक होगा.
Munich. I want people to join morning live sessions. Only say, "Oh,
Uh,
see, bro,
We
let's
changed it for
let's
one
let's
person.
No,
let's think
so
about this."
morning live sessions are going to happen at 10 in the morning, which is Monday to Wednesday. And on Friday, again at 10, stream will happen.
But what happens to
So
Munich?
Munich,
The 4
क्या
hours,
करेंगे?
3.5 hours behind, bro.
No, but that's the thing. Now we have to. We can't cater to all time zones.
You're
Unfortunately,
anti-German.
you are only one person.
We have such huge following. 3 people in Germany, 1 in Netherlands,
Do you want
1
to do
migrant
twice
in
a day, Cyrus? Do you want to
Bangladesh.
do this? Do you want to do twice a day? Cyrus
I want
says.
1 second. When we have 15 people listening, I don't want to reject 7. You must simple maths. 15 minus 7. Not good idea. Use your head, guys. Really.
Rishi will run a poll about
Uh,
whether people are disappointed by this announcement and whether they want
no,
an
about the
evening
timing,
stream.
that unique Thursday
Yeah,
option, like we've got a lot of guys who live abroad who can join in, and
yeah.
everybody likes it. I know it's a small market of live stream, but it's still fun. Do it
Abroad.
8 a.m. morning walk time. Shovik. Really, Shovik, Grim Fandango, 2, 3 of them are getting out of control now. It's like they're running the show. They're sitting there in the
Yeah.
boardroom saying, "Brocha ko bolo, 8 baje karna padega, nahi to pat." So
I'm
I'm going
going
to
to
finish next
I'm
Finland
week.
going to
next
Please
week.
finish that.
Finland
Please
next
consider.
week. Please consider
Shit.
that.
Rajat, my heart bleeds for you. Now Finland, Munich, bro, come on. I've got my
Yeah,
time
there is
Dude,
zones
it
like
right
so
seems
here.
much
like
international support.
everyone's
Don't
traveling apart from
don't
the
knock
three
it.
of us.
Hey, Baba, you're coming from Navi Mumbai. You also have a time zone.
Yeah.
Too
I
much, too
travel, but
much.
the travel doesn't matter. That's the problem.
You'll make it on time
But
now. But they move the show to 12 just for you. That would
yeah,
be perfect. Yeah.
that'll
Last
be
time you
that'll
were
be
in at
perfect. Yeah.
10:40. Yeah. Yeah.
But I
We
think
need we need to talk about this, huh? Before you'll make a final decision behind our backs.
I just announced this. I thought this is all discussed, but
This
okay,
has been
let us talk
discussed.
about
Yeah, but
this.
arbitrary 12 o'clock, I'm not understanding that, boss, bro. Honestly,
Yeah,
I think go back to
no.
10. Okay, Finland then sucks and Munich then sucks. Because we're sorry about that, but I still feel that maybe we should stick to one evening. It's a whole
Sparsh, please.
different audience.
Yeah, Sparsh will explain himself. I know
Arey,
Sparsh is
Aditya,
very
look at
responsive.
Aditya's point. Now, this is a very moot point, guys. Holy crap, 12 p.m. Thursday, I had my plans to watch Hello Friend reruns. And there's like 12 episodes. Oh,
Yeah, of
man.
course.
No, Aditya, do
No.
not do that. Do
Yeah.
not do that. All right? Don't change your plans. We will change our plans. Over to Meghnad.
Yeah,
Meg?
but there are a few people who are saying please have one show for international audiences in the week.
Yeah,
So
man.
Sparsh,
And by the
the
way,
audience is
Meghnad, the
speaking.
Crusader, and Masoom, the fresh comic with ideas which are too liberal, you may want to live abroad. So be nice to these people. These are
I'm
your
But
always
friends.
if I
nice
live
to.
abroad, do you really think I listen to Cyrus Says?
No, I mean they will help you go abroad if you're
Oh,
forced to leave,
oh,
right?
of course.
Unless you're
Like
expecting
network.
Mallikarjun Kharge to look after you because he's
Uh,
already 81 batting. I'm not seeing a very long innings, brother. God bless everyone.
Speaking of Mallikarjun Kharge, which is a
Yeah.
very direct segue into the topic, Congress elections have ended, and Mr.
One second. Don't
Mallikarjun
say
Kharge,
elections. I don't know about the word elections. Just say that the choosing happened. And the chosen one,
Yes,
the
as we
yes.
say in
choosing
MTV
happened.
in the
The
old
word
days, the
election
chosen
holds
one,
no value anymore.
yeah, no value, really. I
No,
mean,
but do
honestly.
you really think so? There are two ways to look at it. One is they said that it's a democratic election,
If you have a party
etc.
whip which tells you where to vote, where's the election? Okay, it can
Kisne
be an
bola?
unwritten whip.
Yeah,
It can be
unwritten.
an indirect whip or whatever. What's an indirect whip? A shawl. It could be a party shawl or
Hmm.
something. But you know what I mean? Yeah, you disguise a whip in a shawl is still a whip. 100%
But
people think that. You're
are
the expert. You
you
say. You say.
No, but I know what you mean. But I mean, still, I would say it is speculation. It might be so that like they genuinely the Gandhis kept away and they did not decide who the candidate is going to be,
Gandhi's kept
and then
away, but it's just known that this is the preferred
it's a
candidate.
possibility.
Usme kya
It's
hai?
a possibility.
Roger Bini Bichara is
But
now the chairman of selectors. Okay,
so
for example.
none of them said before the elections that Kharge was the preferred candidate, but everybody assumed that he is the
That he
preferred
was.
candidate, and it became so, right? So
I know a guy who works in the canteen in the Congress thing. His name is Kunal, and so he heard everything. The what happens in the background because they kept
okay,
saying Kunal chai lana, that kind of thing. In that he hears the
yeah,
conversation. Yeah.
yeah.
For example, I know that Shashi likes it sweet, and Kharge likes it bitter. Kadwa, they like that
Okay.
vibe.
Okay.
Too much
Masum, you
again.
were saying
Yes.
something, no?
Oh no,
Masum, you were
it's
saying.
the internet. It's
Uh,
the internet.
oh, it's the
Masu,
internet.
Masu is tech in charge today. Okay, just let him focus on that.
His reactions are so off. Whenever I
Yeah,
say something, he's laughing like 2 seconds later or reacting two
I
seconds later.
know.
So I'm a little
Yeah,
confused whether he wants to say
It's the
something or
internet.
not. Yes,
It is the internet. My
yes.
bad.
But
it,
Cyrus, are you okay with this result? What do you think?
absolutely not.
Hmm.
I'm a great fan of democracy. It used to be there in some countries, and the whole problem with that is that if the leadership, right at the top in any parties, especially multi-party system, is just not up to it, there's just no party, man. You can't just create a
Hmm.
party out of history. There's no point to all this. And which, whether you like him or not, he's got a certain. Tharoor brings a little bit to the party. He's dynamic. He's urbane, definitely. He's literate, but he's a bit of a rock star. He's got charisma. He's got a magnetic personality. He's fun and he's witty. For me, I'll be proud
Hmm.
to have him as a leader. I like him in public.
Hmm.
I'm quite proud of him when he appears in public, the way he carries himself, the way he always gets the last word in. And he's got an old world charm. Also, is that gentlemanness about him, etc. Forget all the accusations because they were mainly from one person who creates murder mysteries every year. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not like
Yeah.
the first one that he created. So
Yeah.
he's like the Agatha Christie of his time. Okay. I mean, let's
Okay.
leave that aside for a
Yeah.
second. So I'm thinking you got this guy. So you got dynamic, you got good looking, you got verbose, you got intellectual. He's a literary figure with thousands of books. He's been in the UN in a top position. He's been all around the world as an ambassador and diplomat. He's a guy who can hold his own, and his Hindi is not that bad. Neither is Malayalam as people make it out to be. So although he's urbane, but that's where he comes from. He's a leader material. Against him, we've got Kharge, 81.
Kharge. Yeah.
That's how do we describe him? 81,
But
old, dyed in the wool Congress. There's no
so
context for me.
I completely understand where you're coming from. So the reason why I wanted Shashi Tharoor, and a very selfish reason, was that he would make Congress interesting to follow, right?
Yes,
Like
exactly.
Congress. I mean, Congress would become suddenly fun, right? I mean, the guy does stand-up shows, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
I mean, he would become
Look,
Congress as a party would become interesting to follow for someone like me.
and
That was my
he would
selfish reason.
he would thrash the BJP in any English debate. But then again, so would
Oh yeah,
most people.
so would most people. And he would trash Kharge also if he does a debate with him.
How could he?
The
But he
How can
the
you?
didn't.
biggest
How can you tell me this really honestly, yaar? If you guys are chairman, if this is a boardroom and three, four of us are there, are you actually going to give the power to Kharge over Shashi Tharoor to push the company forward? I mean, if these are your two
No, but
choices,
so I said this publicly, Cyrus, and I got into a lot of trouble for this. because I am an English elite audience and I relate to Tharoor,
No,
but the rest of the people don't.
that's a secondary point that you identify with him, and why not? That's a personal issue. I'm saying 81. He's going to be 81. Firstly, think
Hmm.
from that point of view. You can call it ageism or whatever. You can't reinvent the party with an older guy. That's a paradox
Yeah.
in terms. You reinvent the party with new blood. You
Yes,
infuse new
Hmm.
blood when you're dying, right? It's like you can't
Yeah.
replace Kunal Vijayekar with Johnny Lever, or you should actually. But it just makes no
here's the
sense
thing.
to me. Your new leader is older than your old leader, and much
The
older
biggest
than the other runner-up. It's pointless.
the biggest criticism Congress had was when Rahul Gandhi was the face of it. They're like, he's not eloquent. He can't form sentences. ये mistake करता है.
Yep.
Now when we
Yeah.
had Shashi Tharoor as a chance who can
Yeah.
properly bring someone down with his arguments, we should have.
Can I tell you one thing? And
Hmm.
please remember this, and do not send dirty letters to me about this and call me a sexist bastard, which I maybe am. He has got the ladies. Ladies like him. The ladies' vote will go to Shashi Tharoor. I've done enough events and I've observed him. Women like him. He's got the little rockstar appeal. Okay, he's got one thing that I, no disrespect to Mallikarjun Kharge, but I don't see women voting for him over Shashi Tharoor. Once the two of them
Hmm.
go, head on like that. These little things. He's more telegenic. Yeah, telegenic counts in today's day and age. No question about it.
Yeah, yeah. It is
How
a
can you just say
popularity
no to
contest.
telegenic? The internet is everything
Tharoor
now.
doesn't look scary.
Yeah.
Huh?
That guy doesn't look scary at all.
Okay, now I can't hear what Masoom is saying. It's almost
Yeah,
like
Can
his
you?
he switched sides and joined the Mallikarjun Pro Brigade, and so Rishi has decided to just destroy him from audio point of view. But let's pretend we know what he's saying. Oh, that's a good point, Masoom, and I would like to further on congratulate you on bringing it up in public.
But
Thank you. Yeah.
Cyrus, but like one interesting thing that happened in this election was also, so the campaign was very interesting. So what Tharoor was standing for was a complete change in chain of command. He was saying, "I will end the high command culture," right? And
Correct.
when Kharge was asked about the same thing on multiple interviews,
I
ki,
have
do
to check
you
with my
want
boss.
to yeah, he basically said that yeah, but you media have created this high command culture term and we don't agree with this, etc. But he was not directly saying that he will basically become a power center which is not the Gandhis, right? So he directly refused to say that the Gandhis will not
Be
control me
redundant.
or I will
Yeah,
have
yeah,
independent
yeah.
decision. But Tharoor clearly said that he said that I will take them in
After which
advisement.
his name was taken off the list.
Well, no, but think about it. He got 1,000 votes, right? So there were like around 9,800 odd people. He got 1,000 votes, and there were like some
It's like
7,200
10%,
votes
bro.
that,
10% is
yeah,
a massacre. Come on.
12% about
10,
that much. But
12%.
then and it does mean though that 12% people in the Congress do want what he wants. That's also
That's one
something
way of
worth
looking at
thinking
it.
about.
You're real optimist. You're literally the guy who they call the eternal optimist then. My point is that how do they change the system if they're refusing to change it from inside? Because if you lose badly
Hmm.
twice in a row, you lose a lot of states, you lose a lot of popularity, your PR is all over the place. And even when the BJP is messing up, you're not able to take advantage of it properly. So if that's all happening and you're not able to understand you need change, restructuring from inside, perestroika, glasnost, openness and restructuring have to happen in that party. And that will only happen if you go for the new. Come on, yeah, it's simple maths here. Shashi Tharoor comes in, they reinvent the party, they change the managerial style. The family is still there. I've not nothing against the family. I'm just saying that, but they cannot run it like a Sicilian, mafia thing.
Yeah,
That has to
yeah,
stop. And
yeah.
then with the young blood, Shashi gets in other young blood. New faces come in
Hmm.
from north, south, east, west. People are interested in Congress again and think, "Ye to kuch cheez hai." It's not something that
Hmm.
we are, making fun of all the time. But now what?
But
You go
that
back.
is Yeah, absolutely. I agree with this. And, so that's what, so when questions were asked about what will be the role of the Gandhis after this election is done, like whoever wins, right? Khadge or Tharoor. So Khadge said that, of course, they are very important. You cannot, they have sacrificed a lot for this party, yada, yada. The other way to look at it, Tharoor was saying that, listen, Gandhis are a very important part of the Congress. It would be stupid for me to separate the two. I would actually
Correct.
figure out a way to give them a role where I can use their leadership and their charisma and persona in the public to get us votes. Now, that is a way more realistic way to look at it, right?
Yes.
Where Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra is proving that he's actually sort of getting some attention to the party. So there is a president who is actually using him that way, where he's actually attracting that as a leader figure. But the decisions of the party are being made by someone else.
No, so he's like brand ambassador. They want to keep him as brand ambassador
Exactly.
and you push him on. That's
Yeah.
fine. I don't get all Oliver Cromwellian on King Charles here, but I don't think there's any problem with that. Shashi Tharoor is going to destroy them if he came to power. But the
Yeah.
restructuring has to happen. It has to be more democratic setup. More people have to get involved. Find the new faces so that people get there's some magnetic attention from the voter. Otherwise,
Yeah.
what chance you have? Look at the three of us right now. Three of us, okay, what do we represent? The urban landscape, whatever you want to say, to out of work comics. And what do you do, Masoom? I'm kidding. But I mean, all three of us agree that Shashi Tharoor, as neutrals, okay, we don't really care one way or the
Much
other.
better
No,
choice.
come on. I mean, really, and this is no disrespect to Mallikarjun. He must have been a really nice guy. He might walk his dogs nicely and everything. He might, help the girl child, do all the right things. I have no idea about him, but I'm just thinking, if I want to win a
I
game,
can.
if it's a game of cricket, why am I choosing this guy to go into bat for India when I can choose that guy to go into bat? Just simple. It's purely
Yeah.
clinical question and answer, and a clinical answer is Shashi Tharoor brings more to the party in many, many ways. And I get nothing from Mallikarjun except a move backwards. It's almost like retarding a party which doesn't need to be retarded more right now.
Yeah. Well,
I like how
I
your
can
metric
give you
of nice
some.
person.
Huh? The
His
Masoom?
metric of a nice person was ये कुत्ते को walk कराता है, and I'm like it still somehow circles back to the dog.
Gotta keep the sponsor happy. Just gotta
Yeah.
plug in
Yeah.
the ear here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
What I mean
I'll
is,
tell you a little bit.
I don't want
I'll.
to badmouth Mallikarjun. We don't know enough about him personally. He may not be the worst
Mm.
politician in the world, but I can't see him
I'll
as
give you
leadership material
information
for.
about him.
Oh my
That's
God.
what I was going to do. I was going to tell
Oh my
you a
God.
little bit about Mallikarjun Kharge.
Grassy
Uh,
Mr. India 1953.
no. So okay. So Mallikarjun Kharge has a 55-year career within the Congress. Okay. So he has been there throughout for the
Oh,
last
gold
how many
watch.
years?
In the West, he'd have got his gold watch by now, and off you go.
And he was the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, and he has not lost any election except one, which was in 2019. So he has basically had like this
The most
illustrious
crucial
career.
statistic that he lost the
Yeah,
last one.
last one. Yeah. Uh,
And you
so
expect him losing at 76, 77 to win at 82, 83, something like that.
that, but
Okay,
that's
all right.
exactly what happened. Then he became
So
Rajya Sabha
what
member.
do you tell a guy like that, sir? You have potential, huh? Next time. Why?
God,
I
we're
know
going to
it's
get
sounding ageist,
cancelled
man.
so hard.
Yeah. Meghnad, I know
We
it's
are
sounding
going
a little ageist, but isn't there a limit, yaar? I mean, where in the world? Even Putin would
yeah,
retire. Jinping will go
yeah,
at 81
yeah,
or before if
Yeah, at
somebody
some
has their
point you
way in
have to
China,
give up
something like
and
that.
be like, that's it.
yeah. That's
Masoom,
it. Yeah.
also, situation be ek cheez hai na. What is the situation? They need to reinvent. They need to look at different things to do. This is same old, and in fact, same old, stressing on old here. I, I think it's just stupid. Honestly, the word stupid is the only thing I can think of. I see
But he's
silence of the
now
lambs.
he uh, uh, other than that he's now basically the first non-Gandhi president after 24 years, which is so basically half of his life, political career life, about half of it he has spent with the Gandhis, right? And there is a very fun fact which I found, which is his children's names are inspired by the Gandhis apparently. The names of Congress President-elect Mallikarjun Kharge's children, Priyank, Rahul, Priyadarshini, Jayashree, and Milind, were inspired by his loyalty to the Gandhi family.
Million the
This
million
is
devra.
by no, why Milind Devra?
No,
Where's the
why?
million?
I don't think.
Where did million come from? What's the?
I
There's no
mean,
million in the Nehru
that's the name
family.
of his children. I don't know how the
As
inspiration came.
it's a more Maharashtrian
Uh,
name, million with a D.
but Priyank and Rahul is definitely
Yes.
like
That yes,
inspirations. Yeah.
that's good journalism
This
on
is
your
by
part. I'll give you
this
that.
is according to a biographer. Yeah.
Huh.
This is
Yeah.
according to a biographer called
So
H.T.
what you're
Pote.
saying is, how could he lose the election when you name your kids after the leaders? But I don't want to blame the Gandhis here for a second. I honestly, I'm saying it's not completely their fault. It's sycophancy, the biggest problem in India. I've been screaming about that from our first show. The
Hmm.
sycophancy, we just can't stop it. So, बीच में जो लोग जो बैठ जाते हैं उधर, in the middle of the whatever meetings and all that, they are the ones who are not letting them go. What if they are
Hmm.
trying to go? What if they really had
Hmm.
enough? Okay, the Bharat Jodo Yatra, he's reinvented himself to some degree, to some extent. We'll give him 5 points for that. But there's also Jairam Ramesh, from what I gather, his idea and the wise heads that are moving that along. But I'm saying those guys are just clinging to the sari and saying, "Ma'am, please, ruko, ruko, you are the greatest, whatever, whatever." They are not letting the party grow. Shashi Tharoor will say, no, buzz, let's restructure this like an MNC. Let's make it into a corporation again. And now let's find people with talent to come in from north, south, east, west, talk to different dynamics, young people, urban people, this people, that people. India is a very, you have to divide and rule in a sense, right? Meghnad, that's our podcast.
Yep.
Finland,
Yep.
Munich, different timings for everyone. I mean, we've been very careful. We look at the map of the world
What?
and then we
No, one of his
Maybe-
campaign ideas was that the Congress party needs to be completely decentralized. So he wanted to hold elections even on the state levels and district levels. So like every district and state will choose their own party president also. So of course it will be like a model that will be followed by the center. But essentially what he was saying was that he's okay with giving up power so that state and district presidents have more power, which is actually, I think, useful.
No, but again, I'm saying if you're losing, you have to do something, right? If my batting lineup can't perform for 6 matches in a row, I'm going to say, okay, just keep trying, boys. There's a limit. The hands coming in to tell me Liz Truss has resigned. Liz Truss, our leader, sorry, leader of the British peoples, has resigned in what, 2 weeks. So does it mean there'll be a Desi rising again?
I don't know. The Desis have practically taken over the Britain. So like
Well,
the Great Britain.
as runner-up in the race, Rishi should be not our Rishi. Rishi Sunak, I'm talking about. Do you think he gets another shot at it? It's possible.
I have no idea. I don't
Hey,
know.
Shashi speaks better English than the British. Shashi Tharoor, get on a plane to London right now.
That's not a bad idea. Shashi Tharoor for Prime Minister of
but
UK.
if they find out he lost to Mallikarjun Kharge, they'll just say go back because that ain't no contest. Bro. Anywhere in the world, it would be no contest.
Really losing respect for Shashi Tharoor just because he lost.
But what can I'm just losing respect for us as a people because I can't understand what they're thinking. Do they want to win? Let's be all Machiavellian for a second and say, do you want to win? In the end justifies the means.
That makes a lot
What's
of
your
sense. Their move doesn't seem like they want to win the next election. Like this would get them more votes for sure. That's right.
Getting emotional like it's a Punjabi Sangeet going on and people are drunk and telling each other how they love each other and don't actually do. That's what's happening. No, aap hai, this. I can imagine the words that are being used there. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I believe we have to go for a break.
Yes, we do.
Because
last comment. People are saying that Liz, the chat is more invested in Liz Truss than our Shashi Tharoor, and I'm very offended. Now we can go into the break.
I'm not. I totally agree with them. British politics is more fun. Plus, they dress better. But we'll take a break.
Hello, everyone. It's been another great week on the IVM Podcasts Network. On What the Hell Navya, Shwetananda, Jaya Bachchan and Navya reveal the content they consume on TV, the books they read, and their music choices. On All Things Policy, the Takshashila folk throw a light on how social media platforms are shaping our sociological and behavioral attitudes. On Varta Lab, Savinay Shetty and Nayantara Kumar join Akash and Naveen to talk about today's indie music and comedy scene and how they built Misfits Inc. On Pop Rap, Snehil Jalasmi and Antariksh discuss the recently released movie Vikram Vedha starring Hrithik Roshan and Saif Ali Khan. On Has It Aged Well, Abbas, that's me, and Urjita are joined by Meghnad to discuss the 2006 film Rang De Basanti. They discuss how the film would fare if it came out today and what aspects of it have aged well. Do find Pop Rap and Has It Aged Well on our IVM Pop channel. And once again, do visit our merch store on ivmpodcasts.com. Follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcasts on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Do spread the word about any of our shows that you like. You can also check us out on YouTube. We are on youtube.com/IVM Podcasts. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week: Volvo XC40 Recharge, Bumble, Heads Up for Tails, Kotak Privy League Program, and HDFC Mutual Fund. Thank you for making this possible.
Hi, I'm Cyrus Brocha. I'm bored of the name, so call me Biscuit. I just love hanging with my dogs. And by dogs, I mean all dogs, but my dogs. Not my dogs, as in my friends. My friends are different kind of dogs, of course. I mean, that's confusing. I've got my train of thought. Let's move on. But that's for another day. Anyway, my doggies, the ones with the tails, are the most loving little things ever. Firstly, they still get excited to see me every single time, which is really impressive. They get excited just to see me. Excited like I'm Amitabh Bachchan or Shah Rukh Khan or something. It's such a great feeling. If I'm ever feeling down, all I need to do is spend some time with my doggos, get a few snuggles, and I feel better almost immediately. So doesn't someone who makes you feel that way deserve the best of everything? Yeah, I just shouted it out just to make my point. That's why I use Heads Up for Tails for all my pet care needs. They have pet food, cool fun toys, grooming products, and tons more to choose from. Do I need to go any further? Just visit headsupfortails.com or head over to Heads Up for Tails, the super pet store, because your little pet deserves the best. Of course, I'm saying little pet, I haven't seen your pet. If it's a big pet, then your big little pet deserves the best. You know what I mean when I say little pet, right? Pet? I just found out that Liz Truss and our good friend here, Shashi Tharoor, have joined the Big Boss. Because that's what you do
of course.
when things aren't going your way.
Natural progression.
Is it a step in the right direction? No one can tell. Time
Of
will
course
tell.
it is. Content is king. It's
Will they
always a
also
step
make
in the right
TikTok and
direction.
Reels now?
Yeah.
By the way, he
By the
does.
way, Masoom.
He does.
Yeah.
Masoom.
Masoom.
He's everywhere. Sorry, go on.
Interestingly enough, no, but Masoom, I was just thinking, between Mallikarjun Kharge and Shashi Tharoor is the one who can make reels.
Yes.
Mr. Kharge can't. I mean,
Yes.
that's a definite advantage, isn't it? I mean,
Yes.
just by that logic, they should have voted for Tharoor.
Look, he's
You know,
fairly
like-
active on the. He's fairly active. Yeah, okay, exactly. Looking at the future and all that, he's fairly active on the internet. You keep the Kharges and all. I'm not saying you don't keep them, but you can't have them as the face anymore. I mean, I just don't
Yeah.
understand. We are outsiders.
understand.
Okay, we were nothing here. Our thing is very neutral. Our thinking. I just want to see a good fight in Indian politics. Otherwise, just one dominant party is just going to be no fun for anyone except the party.
Exactly.
Not even the whole party.
Exactly.
Just 2-3 people run the party. The rest of them also bolo, mera chance. Mera number kab aayega. That's the typical slogan you will find in Lok Sabha from all the guys who are waiting to get into the cabinet who won't get in or who have
It's
been
like
in
a
and will never
cricket
come back.
match. It's like a cricket match between India and Afghanistan. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
it's like
Afghanistan
they
is
klenge,
still got a
but
decent bowling attack for slow wickets, but I'm saying India and say Zimbabwe at the moment. You know,
Zimbabwe.
who
Okay,
are really having
fair
a
enough.
bad time with red ball cricket, for example.
Okay.
Masoom, are you a cricket lover?
Not at all.
Then fuck off.
Yeah, I just
kidding.
zoned out for 10 seconds.
I forget. You know,
Neither
every time
am
we
I
do this,
actually. Neither
No,
am
Meghnad,
I. I just
you
thought
discuss
that
cricket all the time.
Afghanistan will be shit.
You're a
just by
liar.
default.
Yes,
You're a
exactly.
liar. You're a cricket
That's
lover.
how
Huh.
Afghanistan, Iran. I was just like, I get that.
No,
I
he's
get
just-
that it's trying to
He's
make-
upset. Meghnad is upset about the Taliban government, so he's just bringing it back to politics. It's not about sports
Of
for him.
course.
He just
Of
wanted them to
course.
lose somewhere. Yeah. By the way, guys, it's been a year of that, huh? And Afghanistan is rocking. Women not playing sport, women not working, women
Not going to school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
all of that.
2022. Yeah. How woke is
things
Afghanistan
happening.
now? Yeah,
Yeah.
really. Okay.
I just wanted to remind our watchers and listeners to like this stream and share it with people. And also,
What
my
if
own
Mallikarjun
channel is
Kharge-
also tagged.
What?
Wait,
That's disgusting.
मेरा plug करने दो पहले. मैं
वो कैसा?
disgusting behavior.
That's cannibalism.
मेरा भी
You're
channel
eating our
tag हुआ
channel
है.
through your channel.
Please subscribe to my channel also, जो tag होगा. Because
Fuck
Sparsh's
this.
promise.
Masoom, you also do your own thing. This is
Yeah.
I have
the
no
least
channel.
important thing in our
Please
show.
don't look for me online. Just stay away.
Yeah. You and Mallikarjun Kharge are the same, aren't you? Huh? Just no TikToks for you. Yeah.
But Masoom, do you have anything to plug?
Nah, man,
Except
nothing.
your-
I have an Instagram account. That's it. That's the only place where I have an account. I'm not even active.
Any upcoming shows?
Now ask him why.
Uh,
Because back in Navi, Mumbai, he's struggling with Wi-Fi. Every time he starts.
There are 8 posts waiting to be uploaded since 4 years. So just don't go online.
Again, the words
It's like
Mallikarjun
dial-up
Kharge come to
connection.
mind. Yeah.
डायल अप कनेक्शन लेके बैठे हो तो ऐसे ही होगा क्या करेंगे बट वी विल
the
मूव ऑन
irony, Meghnad, sorry, it's called Navi Mumbai, huh? And it's again, it's the new invented, the better version. Yeah, there you go.
and
yeah
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything.
But go ahead.
It's a nice place.
do you like
I
living
love-
in
I
Navi
love-
Mumbai
I would much rather stay in Bombay because my work is there. I'm trying to be as diplomatic as possible.
Meghnad, how can you even ask him this question?
What?
Are you
Exactly.
seriously asking this question? Like out of
It's
choice, people
like-
go to Navi Mumbai and say, "Boss, this is the place for me to hang in." No,
I mean come on some people do like living in Greater Noida
don't
like
compare
it's the
Delhi.
same thing
Delhi is very different. The
but-
Kapoors are very different. The Kapoors are very different.
God.
Their argument is यहाँ पे घर बड़ा है, हमारा काम यहाँ पे है. All work happens mostly in Bombay. Dude, this is
But
how
I mean,
different Navi Mumbai is. There is a train line for Navi Mumbai called as Harbour Line. उसके पोल पे वो लोग ने फ्रिक्शन वाला ग्रिप भी नहीं बनाया. It's just like अगर तुम गिर गए तो गिर गए. We don't care. The other lines have like a grip friction thing on it. They don't give a shit over here, dude. They are just like गिर गए तो गिर गए, चढ़ गए तो चढ़ गए.
Wow, this is like parts of China. You won't be a statistic also. You don't count. So you're not even a statistic. You're not even that one number to add up ki mar gaya, whatever. That's it. Wow. I tell
but
you.
do a lot of people die in metro still? Like it was at one point.
Are
it
you
was
not
an
paying
outrage.
attention?
Sorry, locals. Cyrus, do you want to meet Aloo?
I want to meet Aloo.
Aloo.
Hi, Aloo.
Say, hi,
What a
Aloo.
cutie.
They're saying hi. They're
What
saying
is she?
hi.
A little bit of German Shepherd. Looks
Yeah,
like to
she's
me.
a little bit of a
Look at the
mix.
triangular face.
Some mix.
Yeah, mummy pe gayi,
that's
looks
why-
like. Not you.
And that's why they get triggered by the poor thing.
Yeah.
So because she's so different looking. Look at her.
So,
Like so
let
exotic.
me understand the arrangement. You keep Aloo in the house, and now you kept your partner outside.
She's got to work, so I mean, I don't
Yeah, but that's what
voluntarily
it
keep
means.
her outside.
That's a Mallikarjun moment. That's a Mallikarjun moment. Back in our day, apna zamana mein. Imagine all the speeches will start with this. Boys, back in the old days, apna zamana mein, mere time ki baat hai. Everything's going to start like that now. And then we know
What's
Wi-Fi, he'll
the-
handwrite the notes.
What
Yeah.
is the age difference
Bolo?
Masoom?
between them? What
Masoom
the
is
age
just
difference?
lagging. It's
No, no,
just like
he doesn't want to
starts
interrupt.
something.
Okay, I'll explain the you don't know the progression of comics on our show. The first time they're
Right.
very polite and shy. Second time they're still polite and less shy. By the eighth time they're abusing me and don't let me speak. So let's
One
enjoy
second.
this period.
I-
First,
I-
second,
I,
third,
I
fourth
really
time.
want to know who has done this so that I can learn from that person.
Every
Yeah,
single
please,
one of them.
Cyrus.
They're evil, disgusting, ungrateful bastards. Except the women, because I can't say bastards for them. But honestly, they grow and then suddenly they won't let you talk after that. So Masoom, I'm enjoying this very well-behaved Navi Mumbai boy.
Puneet is ruining it for a lot of us. Puneet is setting the benchmark very low.
Look at
But
Meghnad.
Puneet has not become that. Puneet is just the quietest person on this podcast still.
Yeah, and also Puneet, nobody knows what he's saying. Okay, because he's on a tangent about his trains and his own problems, and he actually feels pain about the government. Most of us just try to make people laugh, so it's a very different story altogether. Yeah, the intensity is too much for most of us. We're like, why? Usko kitna gussa kyun hota hai, yaar? It's like that. Yeah.
But we are moving on to the next topic now, Cyrus.
Yeah,
There is
which
a
was
very
Puneet's.
fun story that has happened. So in Bihar, there was a class 7 paper which referred to Kashmir as a separate country. Okay. And a
Wow.
probe has been ordered. The question that they asked was, what are the people of the following countries called? Right. And
Wow,
then the
that's a lot.
options were Nepal, England, India, and Kashmir.
Oh God, dude, this is just.
So
And
it's
to
like-
separate England from India. I mean, how painful is that?
Yes.
Wow. Uh,
But
So how do you do that?
I mean,
There has to be a mistake, right? Like a
mean,
lapse.
yeah. So
Yes,
the
yes,
education
yes.
minister,
Like an
has
accident. I mean,
said
like a typo mistake of sorts.
it's human error. It's human
Human
error.
error.
But then a probe has been ordered because clearly national sentiments have been hurt in this whole process.
This happened
Sometimes
in
I don't
one
think
school, right?
stupidity. Sorry,
This happened in one school, right?
It happened
There's only one
in
school
the
in Bihar,
7th class
Masoom.
paper.
How dare you say that? Apologize. I don't. I love Bihar. Yeah. I've been to Patna twice, so I can say that. Yeah. And Sparish is getting angry there. Is his hair standing up?
Cyrus, you were saying something?
No, kuch nahi, sir. I
Arre?
was just saying ki these countries mentioned, Kashmir is not. Kashmir is part of India apparently. So that was a.
Yeah.
I can't believe someone did that in a school. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
As in
it can't be
deliberately,
deliberate.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like basically human error which resulted in this. And apparently the Kishanganj district.
Nandish. It was Kashmir like the material. Nandish, it's named after the area. Just the
Wait,
Western
why
how
would
to
I-
pronounce it.
So the question
that's
is,
a-
what are the people of the following countries called? And Kashmir can be an option.
No, he's right. Everyone who wears Kashmir is from that area
That's,
is what he's trying to say. Nandish is a very intelligent man. I know him. He was in my
Very,
class.
very intelligent.
that's
Very
a really
intelligent.
weird mistake, by the way. I
It is,
don't
right?
think
There are only two
like
options:
it's a
deliberate or accident. Just tell me, deliberate or accident. Come on, vote.
Accident.
Masoom is not happy. He wants to go with
deliberate.
deliberate and cause mischief.
Oh, you are saying deliberate. Okay.
I,
How?
I don't think I don't think there are malicious intentions behind this. Uh, they're
What if it's a
just
trick
correct-
question? What if it's a trick question? We purposely
Exactly.
put it there
That's
to
what
see
I'm
how
saying.
people. Huh?
Exactly. What if they are just like करके देखते हैं? It's like a poll
Exactly.
to see. Yes.
Because then the right wing element can go after the three idiots in class who went and said, "Oh, Kashmir are called Kashmiris," without thinking it through properly. But that will happen as
Interesting.
well. It's a
Or
comedy of errors,
maybe,
actually.
I mean, it might be a lesson by an education officer in essentially how countries don't matter. Like if you want to go deeper than that, like nationalism सिखाने के लिए.
Yeah, okay. I don't think India's evolved to that kind of thinking. Watch your mouth.
Yeah.
People get shot for
I
that
mean,
kind
if
of
you're
thing.
saying it's deliberate, it can be anything. Like
Oh,
an
Valkeshwar in
angry
Mumbai,
officer
we are not
might be
with you.
protesting.
We are not with you. Oh, Mr. Meghnad. Lord Meghnad Desai.
Okay,
We are not with you.
I have another theory. There is this officer who has an affair with a very lovely Kashmiri girl. Okay, and then this whole thing happens in Kashmir, and then he wants to take revenge. So how does he do it? This is how he does it.
I
Is that
think
a
you
more
stick.
legit theory?
No. Stick to investigative journalism. Leave
Yes.
comedy and
Yes.
fantasy alone, and definitely don't go into sexual and romance. I feel that's not your move. Please stay away from that. Bring your dog back into the show because that's the only highlight so far that's been worth it. Aloo,
Wow.
save the show. Bachao!
Wow.
Why would you call the dog after a potato?
Yes. I wanted to
Is
ask.
she? No, just like she came with that name. Like the person who basically took her from the streets and fostered her named her Aloo, and we just kept it.
And you didn't
See,
bother
Parsis have
asking
that
Q
name
Alu?
Aloo, but other than that, I don't know anyone who has
Aloo.
Aloo as a real name. Maybe
You
Sindhis.
never
Just
Aloo
check.
is
asked?
Huh?
what I asked, and she said, "Okay, I like Aloos," so I named her Aloo, and she looks like an Aloo, so I was like, "Okay, that's a nice name."
All
So
right.
now,
But
if we,
that's like saying I like gorilla, so I call my dog gorilla. I mean,
Yeah,
what is the sense of
exactly.
that?
it's okay to call a dog Gorilla also. I
It's
think that's a
confusing.
nice
Okay,
name
You know
for
how
fine.
a
many dogs
dog.
are called? How many dogs are called tiger, and it causes panic? Somebody says, "Dekho, tiger aa gaya." Everybody runs. It's only that sweet dog in the lane. It's all stupid thinking, bro. Wrong naming of kids and everything.
We
We
have
have names
names
like
like
Shalu.
Shalu. Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Dude,
hyperbole is
I
right.
have a friend. I have a friend who got a dog, German Shepherd, very shy dog. Collectively, that house has decided to call the dog Lajvanti. They all call the dog.
Oh,
There's nothing.
Lajvanti is a
It's
nice name.
no, it's not.
It is.
It's a very nice
It's
name.
fine. I'm okay
Yeah,
with it. I vote
yeah.
yes. I vote yes for this and yes for Shashi Tharoor for president of Congress. These
Oh,
two I'm
can I
voting
tell
yes.
you? So Shreyas Manohar, his
Your
family,
cousin, huh?
his
Uh,
yes, rich
your
family
family.
used to have
Your
yes,
family.
my family.
तेरा
Uh,
परिवार तेरा संग
मेरा
परिवार
मेरे माँ के साइड का परिवार
that doesn't
used to
change
have a
परिवार बेटा
camel.
सबका एक ही साइड का होगा ना बैंक तो दो साइड से कैसे होगा परिवार what kind of fucking family are you coming from
Fine, I get it. मेरा परिवार, the
Hey,
Manohar
how
family.
true is that camel thing?
Yeah, it is true. So they had a camel. They literally had a camel as a pet in their lawn, and she was called Shalobano. Now that is a name.
Yes,
that is a
that's a good
name
name.
but that's not the issue here the issue is here why the family in Nagpur have a camel in their lawn that's something we have
Yes,
to ask
yes. I
Well,
always thought
yeah,
that was a
just
lie, and he's
no,
joking around.
no, no. It's true. Like we have photos of Shalobano, and us, like whatever. It's true.
okay
Like
big
we had
question
like camel.
was it into one hump or two humps
One hump, I think. Yeah, one hump. One
was
hump.
it good was it good for you was it good
Oh God, Cyrus!
too much
Did not
politics Baba.
expect that.
Let's
Did not
I
expect that.
I
Okay.
saw that going that direction, which is why I was like, why are you answering?
it was poorly set up with the internet flashing left right and center I was like begging for it can we just push this point out there
I have a third topic before we go to AMAs, or do you want
I
to go
would
to AMAs?
AMAs bro I've got a
AMAs.
703 I have to stop Yeah.
Okay. AMAs then. AMAs.
Yeah.
Let's go to AMAs. Okay. So first comes from Shweta Bapat. Hello, Shweta.
Hello,
She
Shweta.
says, in the spirit of making gossip great again, yesterday I saw a story on IVM's Instagram where they had a live bhelpuri and sandwich wala for Diwali party.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I was left out. Shweta,
You were in Delhi,
please
you
don't
idiot.
remind me.
With
Yeah.
your, with your mother's side of the family only. Remember. Let's be clear, huh?
You know, so evil these IVM people are. मेरा भी कैलेंडर ब्लॉक करके रखा है दिवाली पार्टी स्नैक्स करके, राइट? और मैंने बोला कि फिर मैंने एड्रियन हु इज आवर
तू भाग
एचआर
गया लास्ट वीक.
रिस्पोंडेड टू हिम. व्हाट?
तू मुंबई से भाग गया लास्ट वीक.
I mean, I'm here in Delhi. I spent 1 week in Bombay, but all the fun things seem to happen when I'm not around.
It's called Diwali,
So
na? They
these
can't change the.
weeks you are not
You're driving me
here.
mad today.
So
You
they
wanted
could
to
have
change the date of
postponed it
Diwali for
just
you.
for
You ordered the
me.
Kashmir controversy in the last bit, and now you want to change Diwali because it didn't suit me. वो 10 दिन आगे करना पड़ेगा इसके बाद. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm very pissed off. I have sent many crying emojis to our HR saying that मेरे को कुछ नहीं मिला, मुझे भी पानी पूरी खाना था.
But you get everything in Delhi, yaar, and actually Bhelpuri is much better.
It's garbage here. I told you this. Delhi chaat is garbage.
No,
Very bad.
no.
I've never heard.
What are you
I've never heard
saying?
anyone say that. I've
Yes,
never heard anyone say
You're
that.
mad. Meghnad, you go back to Nagpur. You don't deserve Delhi. These are good
they
points for
put
Delhi. The chaat
no.
is
Listen,
fantastic.
they put
No, no, no,
they
no,
put
no, 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 no.
they put anardana on it and they put ginger strips on it, and it pisses me off.
Why do
Who
you
Hey, are
put
you
put
mad
ginger
or what?
strips? Sparsh
Whose
had
voice
to
is that?
contribute to this.
What the fuck are you talking
Cricket
about?
Sparshan. I don't know what you, Meghnad, you're alone in this. Honestly, I don't know what you're saying. Honestly, here you're wrong. Okay, Delhi streets are not safe in the night for girls. That I agree. But the food, veg and non-veg, is all out of this world, bro. Please, Alex,
चाट
put
बोल
it
रहा हूँ
right.
मैं. Food is amazing. Food is amazing. Chaat
That is food.
specifically.
When the
Chaat,
street food
chaat.
came only from the north, only all the things you're discussing.
Listen,
And
best
Meghnad,
chaat Nagpur and Kolkata.
I've heard
Kol-
Kolkata. Yes, Kolkata street food is very tasty.
Kolkata puchka is next level. Please, Bengalis,
Pilwan,
support.
it's coming thick and fast. Meghnad doesn't deserve Delhi's food. No one's supporting Mumbai, huh? No one. I'm just telling you. Meghnad, just
Meghnad,
leave.
just leave.
Just
What? Sparsh has lost it. Triggered.
तूने कश्मीर के बारे में पंगा लिया, तूने कांग्रेस के साथ पंगा लिया, तूने बीजेपी को इतने बार पंगा लिया, but you say one thing bad about chaat in Delhi and they're after you.
Yes, yes.
Now you know
Okay,
where people stand.
that is a legit point. Eat aloo tikki chaat. Okay, that I like. Aloo tikki chaat is nice. But other than that,
Masoom is getting scared now.
bhelpuri,
He's trying to wheel
pani
his
puri.
way back in slowly. He's worried about Okay.
Okay, next AMA.
Next.
AMA, Cyrus's take on Meta versus The Wire. I feel cynical that no information we are consuming can be trusted with the way internet is going and no data is safe. Do you know what happened?
No, you tell us.
I mean, you
So,
can't ask
in
such
short-
a vague question.
I know. I
No,
don't know.
in short, I'll give you some background on this. Short me. Basically,
Meghnad, the only thing
Wire.
short about you is your height. Huh? Every background of yours is 15 minutes. Huh? Too much again. I
I
apologize.
thought that was a different short joke.
Yeah.
I was also processing it and thinking if there was an innuendo
No need
there.
to take it further, yeah, boys. Come on. This is a classy show. Don't judge by the first 55 minutes. Yeah.
So, publication The Wire basically published a series of stories calling out Meta and saying that the Bharatiya Janata Party's Amit Malviya, IT cell head, has a special button which through which he gets priority in removing content from Instagram. Right? They call it
Right.
the X-Check program. So, the Meta. So they did 4 stories. After every story, Meta has been saying, guys, this is fabricated. Whatever you are saying is not true. And then they kept putting out screenshots and videos and etc. And then finally, 4 stories later, the person they were quoting as the source for this whole thing actually emailed them saying, boss, मैं तो vacation पे था, मैंने तो तुमको कुछ भी नहीं भेजा. And then they were like, oh shit. And then basically they took down the
God.
entire stories and the entire thing was fabricated. And apparently now the theory is that someone was actually scamming them and duping them and they fell for it. So yeah, that's
So they
the
were
story.
scamming the people who were hoping to scam everybody, is what you're saying.
I don't know. It's like
the
they
potential scamster.
I mean, Wire is not a scamster, I would say.
1 second, but it's very funny that a news channel is supposed to cross check and then publish. How
So
did they
that's what, no,
not
like, so,
cross check this?
which is
Sorry,
what
did
the
you say
question
a
is.
news
Yeah.
channel is supposed to? Have you been watching news channels? Masoom, this Navi Mumbai is another country or what, boss? Put that in that Bihar questionnaire. Put Navi Mumbai in the questionnaire right now. Huh.
No, but that is what
I
the
News
question is
channels and
asking.
verification. News channels. Baba, I'm working in a news channel for the last 16 years. What verification?
But
My
Cyrus,
God.
to be fair,
Huh.
Wire has done
Why
some
does it?
interesting
It has a
investigative
good
reports.
reputation. It has a
Yeah.
good reputation. But having said that, I mean, this is horrible. How do we
This is
defend it?
horrible, and now it is actually questioning their previous story. There was this big story on tech fog, which was basically BJP has this big network
No,
and
don't
this
don't
special
just go to
app,
tech fog
etc.
and all that. Once you have one setup in a story, you've lost your
Yeah,
credibility, bro.
yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
it takes one. You don't have to give me more than that because they'll always point their finger to that, the
yeah.
opposition and others. So
But so Cyrus, if you want to answer that, how can you trust information anymore?
our show, our show, and by our show I
Our
don't mean
show,
Cyrus Says. I mean Meghnad at
yeah,
wherever, whose show is
yeah.
called
Meghnad. The channel is called
Meghnad.
Meghnad.
Meghnad is the
ELI
channel.
10 is my show. ELI 10,
Yeah.
Explain Like I'm 10 is my show on
Yeah,
IVM. Please
yeah.
go watch. Uh, but but the point is legit, right? You know, like if something like this happens, the credibility of the entire
That's
sort of
what
the yeah, goes away, and now you can't trust anything that they put out.
I was known to be a very honest man until I met Malaika, Sophia, Maria, Nafisa, Minnie, Ishanaz, all these girls. And I realized that every time they asked them their age, they would remain the same age. Right? So
Yeah.
I never lied till then. And then I picked it up from them. And now when people ask me my age, I always go, I'm 41. I'm always, I mean, once you do that, you've lost your credibility because you're an insincere fuck. That's it.
Yeah.
Can't change.
Uh,
Asum, how old are you?
Padfoot. Sorry,
23. No, I'm 27.
27.
27.
Yes.
Wow. Little bit of hair loss already. Things are looking good.
Oh my God! Don't point it out. Don't point it out. That's been on
Yeah,
my
bro,
mind
it's
since
all
like,
gonna be worse. Every decade is gonna get horrible. Be very
oh, a
careful. And
decade. It
just like,
doesn't seem like it'll last for a decade. The
yeah.
way it's going.
But don't worry, there's so many things you can do right now. If you do well and you have the money, you can have like all kinds of hair from everywhere transplanted there. Look at Meghnad. He was completely bald at
Ah,
19, and look at him now. Dekha na?
now look at me. Look
Yeah.
at me.
Of
Where
course,
do you think this came from?
apparently, one private area has no hair because you have to transplant it from somewhere
Yeah, of
else.
course.
How do I know is the question.
Yeah, how do
Verification,
you...
the badge of good journalism. I had to check.
I was just about to ask, but okay, let's take one more like question.
Yeah, let's quick
Aditya
round.
Sharda asks, guys, what are your plans for Diwali this year?
Well, I'm trying to take my mom for the first time to Alibag in 4 years. Long story why and all that. So if we can manage it 4 days, there's no work for us. Sunday to Wednesday, no shoot, no show, no event, no writing, nothing for me. So 4 days in Alibag, and my wife's not there, which means the dogs can sleep on the bed. I can stand on the chair. I can pee in my own yard. I mean, it's so lovely because when the fascist undertones are not there to look over the people go berserk, man. It's gonna be great. Yeah. Sorry, what
So
about you
how
two?
far is your Alibag house from
It's
your
not mine, it's
house?
hers. I don't own
Oh, it's
anything.
hers.
I'm a
Okay, it's
lefty.
hers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, it's
How
it'll take
far
us
is
if
it?
on Sunday morning if we leave under 9, we should be there in under 3 hours, like 2 hours 50, 2 hours 45.
Oh,
If we left
and
at
your
6, we'll be
dogs
there.
stay in your car that long?
I'm sick of that Roro. They were rude to us. They want to put the dogs in the hold and this, that, and the other. So I fought with them. So I don't take the Roro. I banned the Roro. If Roro comes as a sponsor, tell me. I have to change my tact. Yeah. There's no podcast.
Padfoot.
Yeah, good point.
Oh yeah. We are off for Diwali break.
Government forced
Thursday
us.
will be.
We didn't want to. Government says
Yeah.
Diwali, you have to celebrate it. I said I'm not a Hindu. They said show me your Aadhaar card, and so I'm really worried. But what about you two?
No
I
plan.
am in Delhi. I am going to prepare myself to breathe in the amazing
Yeah, but
air
then
that comes with
your
Diwali.
great chief minister has said no crackers. That's great. Yeah, we will still have some here. The nutcases
All
and the
the
dogs will get
time.
scared.
The
So
thing is,
I
you can
think
declare whatever you want unless you enforce it. It means
Yeah, that's true.
nothing, and every time they ban it, it's still happening.
And the
So I
sad
mean,
part is, Meghna, it takes one guy to do a fatakra one, and then all the
yeah,
dogs get scared, heart attacks
yeah,
happen. We don't need 10,000 people to misbehave. One, we need just one.
yeah.
And that guy's name is
also
Silvery.
I don't think it's a ban as much as it's a request that don't.
No. Supreme Court jailed for 6 months. Order is coming. I've
Was
been
this
following
last
this
year
for.
I
as well?
haven't
Because
seen this. Yeah,
I was in Delhi last year and it was very bad. Like
very bad.
I couldn't see the buildings और just COVID के बाद celebrate करने मिला था. So everyone lost it. Last
Hmm.
year, November.
Were they cremating the
Yeah.
bodies or was it actual Diwali?
Oh God, no! That it was actual crackers, Diwali celebrations that happened, and a lot of smoke. And
Just getting the festive spirit out there, yeah. Come on,
of
Masoom.
course,
Great
of
cheer, bro.
course.
Great cheer. Hmm.
Now, my plan is to basically do nothing and play a lot of games at home, video games,
So Meg
and
Nerd is well earned by you, huh?
yeah,
I mean, you sound
yeah.
like my son, but he's 19. You'd expect that, as you age, the video games are the stronger, the hold of the video games
I got a
disappears.
tattoo, Cyrus. See,
Wow.
yeah.
What does that
What does
tattoo
it
say?
say?
It's a Space Invaders tattoo. It's the
How
first
mature.
arcade game ever
Oh
made.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Space Invaders. Yeah.
How mature are you?
But
What did you
yeah,
do to it?
that's how nerdy I am about games. Basically,
What do you have on your other areas?
this is my first tattoo.
Oh, first tattoo. Oh
Yeah,
my God. Masoom,
I
do you have a
just got
tattoo?
it.
Not at all. Nope.
He doesn't want
Cyrus,
to
you
do
don't
it.
have a tattoo, right?
Do I look like the tattoo type? Firstly, they charge you money. The moment you charge me money, I've lost interest in the negotiation.
Is it
Telling-
natural progression of a gym body is to get tattoos on it?
I don't like tattoos, bro. It's not for me. Yeah, what am I gonna do with a tattoo? It's like how bored can you be? I like to dig my nose, scratch my ears, scratch my groin. I got enough things to do. I don't need work. I can spend the whole day with me, and I don't need a tattoo. The tattoo is ridiculous, and the guy just goes and looking at his own tattoo like, wow, wow. I mean, what's the point?
Yes. Also, it's too
Yeah.
much commitment that you have it on you throughout life.
Yeah, but that's the whole point, and that's why it took me
So
so
those
long
who
to
do it for their
decide what it
lover,
is.
you do it for your mom and dad, that's a great idea. But you sound really like kind of uncool. But if you do it for your lover, suppose your girlfriend's name is, let's say, Asha. Asha is written all over your shoulder, big
Yeah.
letters across your chest. Then she leaves you for a foreigner, and just 2
Yeah,
days before the marriage, and it's a huge scandal. I mean, and then you got
there
get
is
it
a.
removed, and
Did you know there is an entire Netflix show on this, which is called Tattoo Redo or something, which is
wow.
basically all these people who have gotten tattoos and they want it redone, so they get these artists to basically make it look like something else.
Yeah, that's the other option to save money. You just add one letter. But can I?
Yeah.
Can
But
I?
that's more money.
Let's play a quick game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what they would have as a tattoo? Mallikarjun Kharge. What would be his tattoo? I love. It's a Bollywood song which has the same
Okay.
name, but I won't get into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably it will have maybe the Congress ka symbol on him.
The extra hand.
No,
Like
the hand.
if you hold him up, he goes hands up, and he's open his chest to show the hand here as well. No. Yeah.
I just
What?
imagined that shit. No, don't do this to me. But okay, go on. More, Masoom, what do you think?
His
Masoom?
tattoo, I don't know. I think he'll get another tattoo. अगर उसका एक और बच्चा होगा तो क्या नाम रहेगा? That's what the tattoo will be.
He can
How
go back.
Sumedh is saying, live long and prosper. Will be his tattoo. And Grim Fandango is saying, young India tattoo.
Dude,
And
his tattoo
Shweta
will
is
say
saying,
maybe the next election. That's what the tattoo will keep saying.
You are my
Shweta
Sonia.
is,
God,
you are
those
my
are the
Sonia.
lyrics. Those are the
God.
lyrics. I
Those are
love
the
you, Sonia.
lyrics.
You are my Sonia. Shweta, I thought of it. I just couldn't remember it. Alzheimer's is
Yeah,
setting, and I told you. It was there in my head. It's a 90s song, yeah? Aren't you?
it
Like
is a
last
90s
15, 20
song.
years. Yeah. You are my Sonia.
Cyrus should get Kunal's name tattooed.
I will on my left butt cheek for sure. Yeah.
Kunal is coming over, so I think
He's
we have to
here.
end this show.
He's already
Oh,
here.
he's here.
Yeah.
Oh, he got pizza and dhansak as we
I know
discovered earlier.
this sounds wrong to say, but he's sleeping in my daughter's bed with the AC on. Again, when I say this, please don't
Oh God.
just let it be.
Good
I'm
time.
giving you
Good time
information.
to end this show, guys.
Yes.
That is a
Oh,
great thought to end this show.
Happy Diwali, because I
Happy
think
Diwali.
Friday show is recorded, so we won't
Yes.
meet anyone. Yeah.
Yes.
And please come
Masoom,
back.
anything?
Masoom,
Sorry,
anything?
What?
Masoom, you want to add anything as we end?
Nah, I'm good. Just sorry for my
Happy
SMS.
Diwali.
Yes, happy
Yeah, it's
Diwali
fine.
also. Yeah, manana manao nahi manana mat banao.
That's a good.
Okay.
That's the festive
That's a
spirit
good.
for me. Because
Yeah,
that's what you
that's
should say as a
exactly it.
secular person. Want to, don't want to, don't want to. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I want you to lead the
Beautiful.
Congress. You should put your hand up next time.
Yes, Masoom for
I have a
Congress
tattoo here. Do you
president
want to
next time.
see?
Not so Masoom now, are you?
Happy Diwali, everyone. Chat is also saying Happy
They've had
Diwali.
enough. They should
Happy
shut the fuck
Diwali,
up now.
guys.
Yeah.
Chalo.
All right. Bump.
Bye.